Do you feel stuck with an unhealthy habit? You don't know how to break free from that bad habit? You're trying your best, but again, breaking the cycle seems impossible and overwhelming for you. But internally, you want to develop some healthy habits. You have landed on the right pre-recorded session. Congratulations! Your journey begins. You have taken the first step towards your growth and your improvement. Hi, my name is Jyotika Bedi. I'm the founder of Happiness is Love. We make relationships better, and the most important relationship is the relationship with ourselves. If you know that something really is bad for you, which we all do, why can't we really stop ourselves sometimes? Did you know about 70% of smokers say that they would like to quit smoking? Drug and alcohol abusers struggle to give up addictions that hurt their bodies and tear apart families and friendships, even though the intention really is to quit. Many of us have unhealthy, excessive weight that we want to lose. If only we could eat right and exercise more. So again, why we are not able to? Why don't we do it? We will tell you why, and we will tell you how to break this cycle of unhealthy habits as well as develop healthier habits. Our pre-recorded module creates good habits, and breaking bad ones will only help you because you will now have the tools, the techniques, and the strategies on how to cultivate more healthy habits. So are you ready for this fun ride with me? Let's first start by pausing and thinking. I have some self-reflective questions for you. What are some of your bad habits? Let's start by maybe writing them. Or if you are seeing this pre-recorded class with a friend, a partner, a colleague, your child, or whoever, you can pause, reflect, and write or discuss. So write what are some of your daily bad habits. Next, are there some habits that you think are okay, but others think are harmful for you? Why do you think you're not able to change these habits? It's very important to dig deep and understand the why you're not able to change these habits. What's holding you back? Because there is something that's holding you back. What is stopping you from developing good habits? And there is no judgment. The goal really is to learn. The goal really is to build better skills so that we can take action. And like I said, you've already taken action by signing up for this pre-recorded class, which means you are right and ready to do the right thing. Let's also understand a little bit the science of bad habits. And I've been guilty of the same. So again, this is a safe space. This is a non-judgmental space. Let's break it down and understand the psychology and the science of bad habits. I was very curious to know, and that's why I love sharing with you. Habits are like shortcuts. They're things we can do quickly and without thinking because we've done them so often that they become automatic. They become a part of our system. One important feature of habits is that they're triggered by cues in our environment, by cues in our surroundings. The trigger could be the time of the day, a particular place, or a different activity. Getting out of bed early morning and shuffling to the kitchen, for example, might trigger you to scoop some beans into a ginger grinder and go through the motions of making coffee. Habitual behaviors generally offer a reward, in this case, a freshly brewed coffee. Now, in an ideal world, good habits such as exercising, sleeping on time, eating healthy, reading would be as easy to acquire as brewing coffee, right? Unfortunately, that's frequently not the case. Oftentimes, the things that are immediately rewarding in our environment are not the things that meet our long-term goals. We haven't managed to really organize our environment in a way that allows us to easily take action, that allows us to easily form better habits. The science of bad habits says that habits can develop when good or enjoyable events trigger the brain's reward centers. This can set up potentially harmful routines such as overeating, smoking, drinking, drug abuse, gambling, and even compulsive use of computers and social media. Enjoyable behaviors can prompt your brain to release a chemical, as we all know, dopamine. When you're not doing those things, let's say if you do something over and over again and dopamine is there when you're doing it, that strengthens that habit, that reinforces that habit even more. So when you're not doing those things, dopamine creates that craving for you to do it again. This explains why people crave eating excessively when they're emotionally down, or crave drugs even if the drug no longer makes them feel particularly good once you take it. There is good news. Good news is that humans are not simply creatures of habits. We have many more brain regions to help us do what's best for our health. And now research is talking about neuroplasticity. What basically means is we're all capable of magic. We're all capable of changing our neural connections. We're all capable of breaking free from unhelpful, unhealthy habits and can easily develop better habits. All it takes is changing habits. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you 5 mistakes to first avoid. Number 1, you don't control everything. You don't control your environment. You're trying to change too many habits. These are the mistakes that you might be making, and I want you to avoid them. You're not committed to the habit change. You're too focused on the result, on the outcome. You assume small changes don't add up. I'm here to tell you, small steps, small actions, small promises, small decisions, small reflective thoughts, plus consistency equals success. Let's start small and let's start now. I also want us to think, again, what is the number 1 bad habit that I want to break? Till the time I don't acknowledge and accept that this is that one habit that needs my immediate attention, I won't be motivated enough to take action. So again, if you can write it down, that's the best commitment you can make to yourself. Grab a paper and pen and write down what is that one habit that you want to break right now. What is the one good habit you want to develop? It's the second question to think about. I usually write these down and pin them on my board. This is my happy space, my safe space, my workspace. And these little chit pads are like reminders for me to focus on my healthy habits. And this morning when I was doing my meditation and I was doing my yoga practice, I was again reminded of one more healthy habit that I want to develop, which is to sleep at 9 p.m. every single night. So that when I wake up every morning, early in the morning, I feel alive, I feel awake, I feel a sense of vitality. So again, write that down and let's then take action. Are you ready to get started? If you want to overcome your bad habit, I want you to first be honest, completely honest with yourself. Again, if you want to overcome your bad habit and you want long-term success, you have to be brutally honest with yourself about few different things that you're going to start doing from this moment. First, I want you to admit that you have that bad habit that needs to be broken. Once you've done that, you can sit down and start to create a plan or what you can do, or all that you can do, the steps that you can take to overcome that bad habit. And as you go through that process, staying honest with yourself and others is key to getting the results that you truly desire. I was just talking to one of the mothers yesterday. I was also a parent coach, and this young mom was saying that she was struggling with her children because she was forever irritable, frustrated, she was snappish. And then we spoke about building some healthy habits. And all she did was she started to spend just half an hour in the morning and give herself that me time before the kids woke up, before the day started throwing darts at her. And just that habit of spending half an hour sipping her tea in the morning, going for nature walk, sitting in silence, gave her so much energy and strength that she realized that she was a calmer mom. She showed up as a more centered and happier mom for her children. All it took was that one small habit of waking up half an hour before her children woke up, and she was able to see the magic unfold within herself. And it takes 3 weeks to build a habit, and now she's made a promise to herself that she will stay committed to this process, and after 3 weeks, this will become an automatic process for her. Number 2, figure out the why. Again, breaking your bad habits is a process that begins when you can admit that you have a bad habit that needs to be changed. And the next step is figuring out the why. Why to that bad habit in the first place? For instance, you are addicted to junk food. You are not alone. I'm guilty of the same. It's obviously because you're eating way too much of it during the day. But perhaps you're eating too much junk food because you're too busy. Or you don't know when to stop and eat real food that's good for you. Or I have clients who will eat healthy throughout the day, but as soon as midnight strikes and they are hungry and those pangs come up, they go straight to the kitchen and load up the junk, which again does not serve you. By figuring out what is causing your bad habits, you can then move on to addressing the problems at their very core and to be one step closer to replacing them with good habits. So please check in with yourself and figure out your why. Number 3, set realistic goals and create a happy plan. In order to replace a bad habit with a good one, you need to create a plan that you will follow through and set goals that will help you execute this plan. It really can't be overstated how important the planning and goal setting process to anyone who's trying to break free. So let's start with attainable goals, both short-term and long-term, and then track your progress accordingly. And again, be honest with yourself throughout this process so that you don't cheat yourself along the way. Next, I want you to write these goals down on your iPad, on a piece of paper, on a stick chart, whatever that works for you. One of the best ways to make sure that you not only set goals but abide by them is actually by writing them. Having something to look at goes a long way in helping you look at that goal, that your mind will have that vision of where you want to be, and that will propel you and that will motivate you. And be sure to put your goals somewhere where you see it often. It could be in front of the fridge, on your door, your workspace, anywhere where it's like a gentle reminder to you. So if you're trying to break that junk food addiction, having your goals on your desk reminding you to avoid the junk food is a good idea. Next, tell a friend about your goal. Have you ever noticed that boxers never come to the ring alone? They always have someone in their corner throughout the fight cheering them on and providing them direction. This same technique can be used for your life. If you're trying to end a bad behavior, tell a friend about your goal and let them get involved in the process. They will also hold you accountable by asking you and checking in with you about the status of your goal. Having someone besides you holding you accountable is very helpful, and that extra motivation of doing it for someone else can boost your progress. The best part is when you meet a goal or you win a fight, you'll have someone in your corner to celebrate your wins. Next, give yourself some time. It's important to remember that nothing good ever happens quickly. We all want quick fix, we all want magic to happen immediately, but you can't expect yourself to beat your bad habit, which has been happening for years now, in a short amount of time. So don't go into a fight with this kind of mindset that I want quick fix or I want quick result. This is a test of your patience with perseverance. Give yourself time and be realistic with your expectations. Also, it feels good to meet a goal, so don't forget to create just small short-term goals and celebrate them. Also, focus on long-term goals so that you can keep your passion and energy levels high. Just make sure your reward system doesn't work against all of the effort you're putting in to try to break that habit. So I want to tell you there's only one failure in life, and that failure is giving up. I'm here to tell you, don't give up on yourself. Be your greatest cheerleader. Be your greatest supporter. We all are struggling with some kind of habit or the other. It starts by being honest. Breaking habits is hard work. It requires daily practice, daily consistency, and it requires your daily commitment. There are going to be moments where you slip, you fall, you fail to meet your goals, and you're going to want to give up as a result. And I'm telling you, this is going to happen, and it's okay to fall, it's okay to fail, but it's not okay to give up. No matter what you do, I'm not going to let you give up on yourself. I'm rooting for you. I'm cheering for you. I believe in you. And this is what we do at Happiness is Love, where we believe that together we are stronger, together we are better, and together we shall win. So keeping that winning goal in mind, keep pushing, start all over, and it's okay to fall, it's okay to fail, but it's not okay to give up, and never stop pushing yourself to do better and be better. So building good habits is a skill. You can learn to build good habits. And let me give you a few tips that I have discovered which have helped me in building better habits. First, know your triggers. Second, eliminate your triggers. Whatever are your triggers? Reduce your cravings by adding healthy habits. Make a habit that you will stay committed to. Get to the bottom of it. Adopt a healthy routine. You cannot be mentally strong. You cannot be mentally fit till the time you don't have a healthy routine. So look at your routine and ask yourself, what are some of the micro changes I need to make in my routine? They may be very, very small, from starting to sleep an hour early, to waking up early, to starting an exercise regime, reading half an hour before you sleep, unplugging your phone an hour before, playing with your pets, going for a walk, whatever it takes for you to take action. Swap a bad habit with a better habit, and all you need to do is just start with 15 minutes. Start small. I want to start spending 15 minutes with my family today. Before I go to bed, I will not use the phone today. I will set an alarm for 15 minutes before I wake up on my regular time. I am going to read for just 15 minutes today to give my mind that mental routine, to give my mind that command so that I can stay motivated for my goals. And I will consume for 15 minutes content that is inspirational, that is educational, and that is motivational. I will build intrinsic motivation. These are few things that I do which have helped me in building better habits. So good habit building again has a process. Let's identify the triggers and how to eliminate those triggers. Identify the places, people, and activities that are linked in your mind to those bad habits. Then change your behavior slowly towards them. For instance, if you have a shopping addiction, avoid shopping malls. Avoid going with that friend who is a shopaholic. This will help you. If you want to quit smoking, don't go outside when your friends take a smoke break. Chronic stress can also trigger poor behavior. Make sure you actively manage your stress levels to avoid these triggers. We have a whole module on stress management. If you want, we can share that with you as well. Remove your cravings. This is step number 2. Remember, cravings stem from a desire to change your internal state. This means you can reduce cravings by identifying how you want to truly feel. Then use a healthier action to achieve that feeling. For instance, if you're craving relaxation, take a bath instead of smoking. If you're craving energy, eat a banana instead of drinking your 3rd cup of coffee for the day. Just be mindful. All you need is small reflective thoughts and small reflective actions. Make a negative habit difficult. Habits can only exist if the behavior is easy enough to engage in it. If you make the behavior difficult, you won't be able to do it. For instance, if you have a bad habit of staying up late, start work early in the morning. Make an early morning commitment for that colleague. Get onto a call early in the morning so that you push yourself to take action and get up early in the morning. If you know you'll be physically exhausted and running on few hours of sleep, you'll think twice before sleeping at late. So again, I want you to think of uncovering the root. Uncovering the root of your bad habit is one of the most important ways to change them. For instance, maybe you will discover that you stress eat because you need better coping tools. Knowing that a lack of coping tools is the root of your habit, you can then nurture your mental well-being into better ways. For example, you can use self-care practices like mindfulness breathing, going for a walk, listening to music, talking to your coach or your therapist as a better way of coping with your stress rather than reaching out for that food or that bottle of alcohol. Adopt healthy habits, healthy routines, and avoid those unhealthy routines. Building good habits boils down to your lifestyle choices. It's really that simple. And one of the best ways to change your lifestyle is by improving your daily routine. So map out your day and integrate healthy practices where they can make sense. And I can help you this. At Happiness is Love, this is what we are passionate about, helping you build yourself, build better routines, build better habits so that you can be better and you can do better. Last, swap a bad habit for a better habit. Sometimes the easiest way to change a habit is by swapping it for a better one. Let me give you an example. For example, instead of eating a big slice of cake every night, swap it for a baked cinnamon apple instead of indulging too much in dessert. Nobody's asking you to not eat, but again, it's how much you eat and when you eat. Instead of drinking a whole glass of wine, swap it for a glass of sparkling water. All you need to do in those moments where you are craving and you are tempted is to stop, pause, and swap to the healthy habit, to the better habit. So building intrinsic motivation requires your commitment. To build this, you need to believe in two things. You have the choice. You have the freedom to act how you want. And a task will teach you something new and make you a better person. One of the best ways to believe these two things is learning how to deal with your unhealthy emotions, with your negative emotions. Why do we procrastinate? We procrastinate not because we are lazy, because it has an emotional foundation. Because we want to avoid those difficult, uncomfortable feelings associated to a particular task. Because our thoughts make that task so anxiety-provoking and stressful that we avoid it at all costs. So what do I have to do? I have to change my mindset. I have to focus on not just making a to-do list, but I have to focus on making a thought list. What are my thoughts that are holding me back from taking actions? Probably your thought bubble could look like, this is too difficult. It's really not worth it. I'm really not that confident. I don't have that kind of support. I don't think this is worth my energy or effort. Change that thought process. Catch yourself, check yourself. By changing those thoughts too, I can do this. I can learn a new habit. Yes, it is difficult, but I will take action. A lot of people ask me, I want to do this, Jyotika, but I am scared. You know what I tell them? Do it scared. I know you are scared. It's okay to be scared, but do it scared, because when you do a task, when you achieve a task that you were fearful of or you were avoiding, you will feel more self-confident. You will then feel intrinsically motivated. Your internal dialogue will then change from, I can do this. I believe in myself. And it's okay for me to fall and fail, but I will take action either ways. And then all you need to do is just measure your progress, step by step, day by day, towards your new habit. Seeing progress is a great motivator. This can be as simple as writing it down, hanging it on your mirror. It could be making a fancy chart or spreadsheet or whatever new habit you want to build. I hope this pre-recorded session was useful to you. If you're struggling, I want to let you know you are not alone. We are here for you. You can reach out to us at Happiness is Love because we truly care and we are here. We are rooting for you. Stay tuned for more. Keep smiling, keep shining, and keep building that healthy habit because you deserve it.